Early last year, a very brave Jamaican man decides that he will start a distribution business. He sets up a new company by the name of Searchers Distributors Limited, SDL. I do not know whether he thought it was a good idea to attach his name to the company, but since many persons have done it in the past, I guess it was fashionable. Searchers Distributors Limited, or SDL, started operation with the distribution of banana chips. Mr. Searcher, however, had no staff to carry that business, and apart from the distribution center, he was virtually on his own.
I would like to hire a young and bright person as marketing manager for my business.
How much are you willing to pay, sir?
I do not need to tell you how much I'm willing to pay.
Sir, that will help us to narrow down the search.
The salary will be determined by the negotiations between myself and the eligible candidate.
You are not understanding my point, sir.
Are you dictating to me how to run my business?
No, sir.
Tell me something. Are you a shareholder in my company?
I am just doing my job here.
Well, in that case, listen to the customer and stop the talking. You will find persons for me to interview for this job, or I will cease to be your client. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Have a good day. These hurry come-ups have no idea how to run a business. These hurry come-ups, I just can't understand. Let me speak to the bank manager, please. What do you mean, which of the managers? Does the branch has 2 managers? Mrs. See-Through, good morning. This is Searcher. Deal Searcher. And how are you today? Wonderful. Listen, I'm seeking facility for 5 million. Inventory? The account I opened last month is for a distribution company. Searching Distributors Limited? But I thought you approved it.
Good morning. I'm Deva Patrick. I'm searching for one Mr. Searcher.
Are you a comedian?
No, sir.
What are you then?
I was sent here for an interview by my job agency.
Do you have documents for me to look at? How old are you?
Didn't I put that?
It's not there. Please take these back, and when you know your age, you can reapply through the agency. Listen, I do not want to employ any minors in my company.
Sir, I'm 24 years old.
Do you have a birth certificate?
I wasn't told to carry one.
Do you have a driver's license?
Sir,
By now you should realize that you're wasting my time.
but the interview is not over, sir.
I did not start one. Please leave my
I need
office.
the job.
I do not need you in my company.
You don't want to look?
Not at all.
Keep your job. Keep it.
Or I'll just give it to somebody else. Hello? Yes, sir. I am Searcher from SDL. Does my name ring a bell? Good. Listen, I do not wish for your agency to send me anyone for job consideration effectively now. If you have anyone heading here, please call that person and have them cancel that visit. But such a person will not be interviewed. I shall hang up now. Thank you. This is a tough task for a man my age. It is a pleasure and honor to be your father. But at the same time, it is a monumental challenge, son. You are only 3 years old, and I will not be able to take you to high school. At least, that is how I see it now. I have made you a promise, and I will keep it. I will keep it, son. I will make this business successful so that you can run it one day. One day, son. One fateful day. Pull the door. Pull the door.
Good morning, sir. I am Gabby Anderson, and I'm here for the interview. I assume you're Mr. Searcher?
Yes, I am. Have a seat. I will be with you shortly. Okay, I have your documents here, and I have looked through them carefully. Tell me, why did you leave your last job? It seemed to be a lucrative job.
The company went into bankruptcy.
Are you serious? Why?
I think it was just that it was in a very competitive industry. Other companies in the same industry went under as well.
That is very scary. That is what I'm trying to prevent for my company. You see, I'm trying to employ bright people for my company. Tell me, why did you not prevent the company from going down?
Well, sir, it was not my job.
Why do you say it's not your job? Whose job was it?
We had a general manager, a deputy general manager. The place was crawling with managers. It was creepy. Ooh.
And you were the sales manager?
Yes, sir. But I was not in charge of certain decisions.
Did you know that the company you were sales manager for has sales at the core of its operations?
Yes, sir. But there are also other aspects of the business.
Such as?
Finance, operation and staffing.
What does finance do?
It's
Do not answer. That's rhetorical. Finance has to deal with capital, budget, profitability. All has to do with sales. Staffing has to do with sales. Operations will be planned on the basis of sales. There's a difference in operation if you try to sell 100 banana chips versus 1,000 banana chips in one day. Do you agree?
yes, sir.
Therefore, as sales manager, your job is always critical to the success and the failure of the company. Do you agree?
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to withdraw my application.
Thank you. Do you wish to be my janitor? That position is available.
Is that a rhetorical question?
Yes. Complete waste of time.
Here I am preparing for an interview with the CEO of SDL. Honestly, I am not really looking forward to the interview. I am only interested in the job because this is the first job interview that to me seems like an investment meeting.
Good morning. Take your dirty bag off my desk.
I'm sorry.
What are you here for?
I'm here for the job.
I advertise for a marketing manager. You're too young to be a marketing manager.
Why do you think I'm too young to be a marketing manager, sir?
Some things in life come with experience, and some experiences come with age.
But I've experienced a lot since I've been a teenager. And I know about customer satisfaction and pricing.
But that is not what I am looking for. Well, let me ask you this. How would you advertise this business for it to grow into something big, huge, massive? What's your strategy?
Facebook and Twitter. And Instagram.
Well, let me tell you this. Next time you go on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, seek a job there. Have a good day, sir.
You know what? Thank you. My mother has always told me never to give up. So I will be back. Thank you, sir.
This guy was very aggressive in his search for a good staff. Probably his aggressiveness was on the wrong issues. The search for employees continues. This is the start of a journey. Let me see if I can pass this checkpoint. Good afternoon. I'm here for a meeting with Mr. Searcher.
And what is your name?
Marcia Francis.
Marcia Francis. Well, I'm that person. You may have a seat, Miss Francis.
Mrs. Francis. Thank you.
Excuse me a minute, please.
Like many small business startups, SDL had an issue of low capital. It was clear from the start that this business was on a rocky road.
Mrs. Francis, you came well recommended. You seem to like the business of marketing.
Yes, I do.
I can see you were raised in the country. A country girl.
Proudly so.
What was life like in the country?
It was great. Carrying water, tying out the goats, helping my family with the farming. It was wonderful.
And what community was that?
Prattville, South Manchester. Very fruitful place.
Lot of bauxite, tangerine, pimento.
Lots.
Coincidentally, I was born in Newport, 7 miles up.
Oh, wonderful. So we're from the same parish.
Yes, Mrs. Francis.
Even better.
Mrs. Francis, you see, I've started this business about 4 months now.
Okay.
It has a lot of potential, but the competition, it's very heavy. I was speaking with a friend of mine, and he said, get a good staff.
Yes.
He said, get a good person to market the company. So right now, here I am. Are you a good marketer?
I am, sir.
How long have you been married?
13 years.
Wow. Great. What kind of guy is your husband? Tough question. I know.
He's a civil engineer. Tall structures, bridges. He's very meticulous, methodological, and focused. We have a lot of respect for each other.
Have you ever regretted being a wife?
No. Why are you asking me those personal questions?
What do you think?
I have no idea. I am here for an interview. I did not know I would have been asked so many personal questions.
Miss Francis,
Yes.
I want to get inside you. I want to know your whole construct. I want to know you inside out.
So what about my capabilities for the job? I thought you would have been asking me those kinds of questions.
I am a chartered accountant, a very qualified one. You see, ma'am, I have been on many interviews, and most of the questions that I had to answer are not about whether I know anything about accounts.
Okay.
You see, if I were to take a prostitute to my house, I would never ask her what she knows about sex. I would be more interested in knowing about the peripheral issues. So, tell me about yourself, Mrs. Francis. Would you like something to drink? I have cognac, Cavassier, tin.
No, I'm perfectly fine, sir. I do not drink before or during an interview.
I see. But let me ask you, if you were to drink something not too innocent, what would that be?
Well, I am known for my preference for Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been drunk?
Not that I can recall.
I'm impressed. So tell me, what does your helper cook for your husband?
My helper does not cook for my husband. He likes vegetables, so I mostly cook vegetables for him. He does not fancy meat.
Are you saying that he's coming off meat completely?
No. Over the past 6 or so years, he's been only having choice meats.
You see, Mrs. Francis, every good wife is a good marketer. See, my wife, ex-wife, knows nothing about customer service. Excuse me, Miss Francis. Mrs. Francis.
This is getting very un-interview-like.
Yes. Listen, you cannot register him for school so early.
Seems like the head of this company will have a lot more
And
than
that
business
should also
to
be
do
my
with.
decision.
Baby mother drama, it seems.
He should be given a chance to pick up some good values from his parents. So if you have to work, why do you not give him to me permanently? I will allow you visitation rights. You know what? I am conducting an interview, so I will come and see you later today. Bye. I'm sorry about that, Miss Francis. Why do you want to work for me? And what will happen to your current employer?
First question first. I did some research on your company, and I have discovered that it is a young company with good potential for growth. I have basically exhausted my growth potential at my current job. And I think for my personal fortunes and for that of your company, we could join forces.
Very impressive.
He would never understand how strategic a statement that was.
My creditors are breathing down my neck. I have bills to pay. I have a bank loan that needs to be serviced. How the hell can you be running a business if you cannot afford to pay your suppliers?
Mr. Searcher, customer satisfaction is at the root of marketing, and that is my priority. Dangdo style.
Mrs. Francis, as you can see, this is a very young company.
Mr. Sergio, I do not expect that your company will be a child for a very long time.
I am the head of this stream, and if water don't flow from me, your crops cannot get watered. I need a check today.